America, I've got to tell you, beyond being blessed beyond measure to see you guys each and every week, I'm even more blessed beyond measure because I got an opportunity to be at the Jubilee crossing, 50 years of Bloody Sunday, as they commemorated it in Selma. I was down there this past weekend, and I got to tell you, it's one of the most moving experiences that you'll have in your life. Crossing that bridge, as I crossed that bridge, America, I realized this one thing, and it was really powerful. It was almost like, you know, like something like you got the gumption, like you got the spirit shot up in your bones, right? The idea that just 50 years ago, African Americans were beaten, tear gassed, hit with billy clubs, trampled with horses, fighting for the right to vote. And I, as an African American man, got the chance to cross that bridge, understanding that I had the right to vote. And I mean, like that, putting that all into encapsulating all that into one piece, and also understanding that all across this country, there's so many people that don't have the right to vote. That their right to vote has been taken away from them, either by voter suppression laws, either by their felony convictions, either by the fact that the precincts have been closed, or they can't get, the precincts in the neighborhood have been closed and there's no transition to get to a new precinct. And I realized, America, that while, yes, 50 years ago we marched, today we must continue to march, because even though it wasn't in Selma, just a couple months ago, African Americans were beaten, tear gassed. This time it wasn't horses, it was tanks on the streets of Ferguson. America, we face dire straits in this country. And what we need to do as a nation, more so than anything else, is use these 50th anniversaries, whether it be last year it was Brown versus the Board of Education. The year before was the March on Washington. Today, this week, it's Selma. We need to use these 50th anniversaries as a stepping stone to continue to fight for freedom and justice in this country. Because let me tell you, folks, if we don't fight for it, nobody will. And I want to make this one other point about those watching the show. Also understand that injustice to any group of people is an injustice to all of us. So 50 years ago it was voting rights, but today there's a lot of LGBTQ folks who don't have the right to get married. Or better yet, they have the right to get married in some states, but in other states they can get fired from their job because somebody has a different religion than them. We are still fighting the same fight. The faces just look different. So what we need to do over the next 50 years is commit ourselves to making a better America. A better world where you're not judged by your religion or who you sleep with or who you are or what you look like. You're judged by the content of your character. I know that's a grandiose ideal, America. I get it. But if we can make those personal commitments to ourselves, that we can do better. We can look bias and racism and homophobia and xenophobia and sexism in the face and say, we will not commit it, we will not do it. We could be the change that we seek.